Welcome to Payday 2. Wonderful game. You've probably heard of this because the Russian Badger did a bunch of videos on it and became really popular again. But this game came out in 2014 and I became really addicted to it for a while. I'm at level 100 and I've got a lot of stuff already maxed. So we're just going to be doing our own little video on it. So fuck you, Badger. First things first, let's set up what this game really is. It's a sequel to Payday the Heist, which came out in 2011. God damn, I feel old. That was the same goddamn year that Black Ops 1 came out, isn't it? No, that was 2010. Oh, fuck you. But anyways, it's a sequel, and starting off, the bank heist is one of the first missions you do, aside from the tutorial, and it pretty much just sets up the entire game. The basis for it is you're robbing a bank. You can have cash, gold, or deposit. Gold is a lot heavier and slower to move, and you tend to not have as much of it, but I'm pretty sure it tends to cost more. Cash, there tends to be a lot more of it. You're faster with it, but it costs less. Like, it's not as expensive when you collect it. And you can choose to go in quietly, like a pussy, but also kind of badass. Like, you get to take out the cameras, take out guards quietly. I recommend you use silencers and melee weapons and crossbows and bows for this. But yeah, no. I tend to go loud, but surprisingly, a number of people like to go quiet with their bows and crossbows and shit like that. Yes, you heard me right. I said bows, crossbows, and shit like that. That's all in the game. This game gets ridiculous, so just bear with me. You should be seeing some footage of me playing the bank heist right now. I tend to case a place very, very quickly before I go batshit crazy and kill a lot of people. Now, you might notice that there are other heisters with me, which is what the characters are called. Now, I tend to play with bots because, as you might know, I don't have PS Plus right now. But they still work wonders. They rarely get downed. Well, they tend to get downed like once or twice, actually, so that's a bald-faced lie. But they go down a couple of times a match, but they don't go down all the time. Now, as you just saw, I have an Obama mask. One of the most important parts of this game is your mask. I know a lot of people are like, oh, what about your gun? No. I don't care if it's an FPS, the mask is the most important part. I have dozens of them, and they're all goddamn hilarious. I recorded this video that you're seeing on screen right now a while ago. And you might be thinking, oh, you're going quiet. You're showing us your quiet gameplay. Just wait. I'm watching this in real time, and I'm saying all this in real time, so just, again, bear with me. But yeah, no. There will be packages strewn about certain heists, and if you pick them up, you will get a reward for taking them all. First things first, you want to take the thermal drill, and what you just saw there are hostages. The most important part, because they can call the cops, but if you tie them up, they will not cause a ruckus. But when you kill them, they cost you a lot of money. So you might be thinking, oh, why keep them around? Just let them go. But keeping them gives you an insurance policy of sorts. The game says that they help ward off police assaults, but I haven't really seen that happen. But what they can do is if you or any of your teammates go down, you can trade them. And then they give you back your sociopathic friend. Not sure why the police department agrees upon that, especially since I just killed him. They're kind of stupid, I guess. But because of that, you get back your heister, and you get to continue going to town with your minigun. I won't be covering stealth in this video either, because I don't tend to do it. If you leave enough likes on the video, or if you comment enough, maybe I will. I don't know. But yeah, no. Let's talk about some special characters. Oh boy, we love them. Now let's rewind a second. There we go. What you just saw was the cloaker. This thing comes out of the darkness and then spin kicks you right in the dick, downing you immediately. Now the pathetic excuse for a special character that you're about to see is called the taser. See, I just walloped his ass. He's useless. All he does is stun you a little bit, and you get to shoot randomly, so you just kill him anyway. So stupid. Now, on to the bulldozer. This thing is the size of a goddamn tank, but his fatal weakness is high ordnance explosives. Look, he is a tank. He will take a lot of bullets to kill. Just saying that. He might be one of the hardest to kill, but he certainly doesn't pack the most punch. That still goes to the cloaker, who can down you once. But I want you to know that if the cloaker downs you, it doesn't take away a life that you have. It just gives you a lot of damage, so don't get scared of him. Don't worry, we're not done yet when it comes to the supernatural motherfuckers. We are now onto the riot shield. It doesn't really belong here in my opinion. But, yeah, no, he's also weak to high ordnance and explosives, so I'm still not entirely sure why he's on this list. Now, I couldn't get a clear look at him, but the next one is the sniper. Now, I'm not entirely sure how the sniper works, and I, for a while, didn't even think he was really special. I knew he had a different gun, but I thought he was just a regular dude, but apparently he has a different model. But the sniper, will ignore all your armor, and does a shit ton of damage. And he will hit you, and it will feel like a tank just ramrodded your balls into oblivion. But yeah, no, that's why a lot of the times you tend to want to stay indoors during the bank heists, and anytime you have the option to be inside. Because it's either that or just tank it, and a lot of people would prefer to not have to tank it, you know what I mean? So it's just easier to stay inside, and hi dozer, bye dozer. But yeah, no. The health is stupidly low. It's pretty much the same as any other flunky, so you can pretty much just one-shot him with, you can use, like, the Chimino to kill him. It's not that hard. But speaking of hard, we should probably talk about Payday 2's, wait for it, customization / modding system, because this shit rocks. You go in there, and you can select one barrel exterior, like all this stuff, and you can get a boost for it all, but the boosts tend to cost a lot more. But, like, you have to unlock this stuff, or use your Continental coins to unlock it, and it's a very, very fun mechanic. And as you might have seen earlier, you can also unlock armor, which you do by going through the story mode, or at least that's how I got it. The Juggernaut suit, you have to use a perk to get it, so yeah. As you can see, these are all my primaries. A lot of them, surprising amount of guns actually require perks to be able to use, such as the Ovasaw 9000. And it's just an incredible gun. Well, it's not really a gun, but it uses ammo, so we're going to call it a gun. You can cut through locks and stuff. It's incredible for when you're going through a deposit bank, which is why I tend to use it when I'm going to a bank. But yeah, no, the modding system is unmatched with this game. So let's move on to the next thing. The thing you've all been waiting for, and that anybody who's played Payday is screaming at their monitors that I haven't covered yet. Masks! Let's just give you a quick preview of my masks. Oh, hold on. He wants to go to the inventory. Yep, no. These are all the masks I have. Masks are very important. The customization is pretty easy. You get to customize the patterns on them, the materials, the mask itself. It's fairly in-depth, but also not that complicated. It's very simple, very fun. You don't get to see yours, but it's still fun for me, even though I don't play offline. Don't ask why. I really, really enjoy it. Again, don't ask why. And for those of you who are saying, hey, why didn't you talk about the music? Why didn't you show any of the music? And that's kind of because I can't. The music, it's copywritten, and I don't want to get in trouble for that, so I'm just going to keep it out. But if you want to get a feel for the music, I recommend that you listen to Razormind, whatever it was, and I Will Give You My All, 2017, and then listen to the original. It's very, very, very good music, and honestly, I don't think that you can play this game without music. Like, it just feels off. Even I tend to not listen to the in-game music. I tend to listen to my own music, and it still works. You have to have something in the background for this game. Otherwise, it doesn't feel like you're playing Payday correctly, right? It feels like you're just playing any other generic shooter. Um, so I do recommend you go listen to those songs. This game's fairly grindy, so if you don't like games that have that much grind, I don't recommend getting this. I really love this game. The grinding never gets monotonous for me, or at least too monotonous. It's always fun, especially when you're playing online. It can get hard, and don't make the mistake that I did for the first, like, 20... Nah, I wouldn't say 20. For the first, like, 5% of the time I was playing the game. Normal mode, you literally can't die in, so I recommend starting on normal for the first 5 heists you go on, and then you go to hard, very hard, overkill, mayhem, up to there. I've never gone beyond mayhem, so don't take this as I'm a professional at this game. But really, it's a fun game, and like playing with friends, it's unmatched. The funnest part of this game is when there are bugs, and this game just absolutely eats shit on itself. And the game gets very, very funny, and like you can customize your allies' masks if they're bots. You can give them perks that help your entire crew. I tend to just leave them as whatever the Christ I've had them as for the past 3 or 4 years. I really love this game. It holds a special place in my heart. I have almost like 200 hours in it. That's not a lot, but I don't know. I've got to level 100, and eventually I just stopped playing the game because I couldn't find anything else to do. So if there's anything else you want to do, or anything you want to take away, this was just kind of a reason for me to play the game again, so that I could get this recording, because I've really wanted to play the game, but I couldn't find a reason to. If I can't find a reason to, I really don't get enjoyment out of it, but this video was a great way for me to play it, and even if this video does absolute shit, I think it was still worth the effort I put into it, because I've put a fair amount of effort, not too much, but not too little. I really love this. But yeah, no. If there's anything that I didn't cover and that you want me to cover, or if you want me to do an entirely separate video on stealth, I will do that. If you want me to do a video talking about the story, which is, let me tell you, if you want to play a game for the story, Payday 2, not the game for it. I really, like, the characters are awesome, but just don't play Payday for the story, because you're going to be sorely disappointed. The story, there is a story, but it's not really, it doesn't matter, right? Like, you're stealing things. There's a story for every mission, and then there's a chronological order, but it doesn't matter. I wouldn't play Payday for the story. Play it for the gameplay and for the experience with friends. It's awesome. And at the end of this video, before I say deuces, I want to say a couple of things. One, what video do you want me to do next? I can do Vanguard, I can do Warzone, because I haven't really played much of Warzone. I've played a lot of DMZ, but I haven't played Warzone. So I can do a video on that. I can do a video on Skyrim, I can do a video on Fallout 4. Any game that you've seen me play on the channel, even if you don't want to look at the videos I've made, just scroll through them, see what games I have played, and then you're like, hey, add this to the My Experience thing. It'll probably be a later edition, since I have a lot of other games I want to get to, like Doom and Far Cry 5. But it will happen, because I listen to your guys' input, and, you know, I do shit based around it. But I really do want to say thank you a lot. I hope you like. And I'm going to give you a fun fact. Subscribing doesn't mean that much from what I know, because like I still think it would be polite of you to subscribe, but if you act like a subscriber to this channel, you like every video and you watch every video, you will get recommended the same amount of videos and it will count you as a subscriber unofficially. I would like it if you subscribe, because then it would add up to my count and I would know how many people are watching these videos and understanding and being like, hey, this is something that I would like to watch more of, kind of thing. Not sure how many people are going to actually watch this video the whole way through. This is kind of long. But yeah, no. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time.